What are the top things that people should, in this kind of 10-day window, stop eating?
Your life is not predetermined by some genetic destiny. It's the life and the exposome, which is all the sum total of all the experiences you've had, all the toxins, all the thoughts, all the relationships, all the food you eat, everything, washing over your biology, creating the expression of who you are in this moment. And they don't know how close they are to feeling good. We're literally only a few days, not weeks or months, from feeling better. The body is really an amazing organism that's a self-healing, self-repairing, self-renewing system if you know what to do. You know how to use your iPhone and computer more than you know how to regulate and use your body. And we're now understanding that the inflammation, this hidden inflammation, is occurring inside of us, and it's leading to all the diseases of Western civilization: heart disease, cancer, diabetes, dementia. The beautiful thing is that we now know what is driving the inflammation on the inside.
What's causing us to have inflammation on the inside?
If we cured heart disease and cancer from the face of the planet, we'd extend our life by 5 to 7 years.
If we cured loneliness?
If we cured loneliness and developed connection and meaning and purpose, we extend our life by... It's all about activating your body's own innate intelligent healing systems, which is really all I do. I don't really treat disease. I just help the body do what it's supposed to do by getting rid of the bad stuff and putting in the good stuff. So the body is really an amazing organism that's a self-healing, self-repairing, self-renewing system if you know what to do. And I mean, who's listening out there that got an owner's manual strapped to their leg when they were born? Probably not too many of you. You know how to use your iPhone and computer more than you know how to regulate and use your body. And
every single one of us, our bodies, has an intelligent healing system built into it. And I immediately thought about the fact that, we all know instinctively that if you cut your hand, your body knows how to heal itself.
Exactly.
And so
you don't have to go to the doctor to get a prescription to heal your hand. It just knows what to do. When you know how the body works, you can learn how to optimize its function, which is what we call it functional medicine. And then you get rid of the stuff that's impairing our ability to function properly, and you put in the stuff that the body needs to thrive. So you take out the impediments to health, you put in the ingredients to health. The body knows what to do. Well, most people don't connect the dots between what they're doing in their life, whether it's what they're eating, toxins they're exposed to, or the stress they're under, or the lack of sleep they're getting, or the fact that they, may not move their bodies or learn how to, all these things. They don't know how that's impacting them. They don't know how close they are to feeling good. We're literally only a few days, not weeks or months, from feeling better.
We're only a few days away from feeling better.
Yes. It's really remarkable. I take people all over the world and I put it in these groups. We do these programs around the world, and longevity programs, detox programs, and we change their diet. We move them a little bit of yoga, not like running a marathon, but just gentle exercise, some simple body practices. And within 6 days, the average person reduces their symptoms from all diseases by 70%.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We don't stop and think about the fact that the environment that we live in and the things that we stick in our mouth and put into our body and the stress that we endure are all things that we can change for the better, that have a material demonstrated impact on the quality of your health, to the point where if you take this seriously, within 6 days, you will feel better.
Yeah. Every cell in your body, your DNA, your microbiome, which are the bugs that live in your gut, your immune system, everything is listening to your thoughts. Everything is responding to your environment in real time. We call it the exposome. Your life is not predetermined by some genetic destiny. It's the life and the exposome, which is all the sum total of all the experiences you've had, all the toxins, all the thoughts, all the relationships, all the food you eat, everything, washing over your biology, creating the expression of who you are in this moment. That's a very empowering idea, because it doesn't just something that just didn't happen to you. You can actually be empowered to understand what those things are and change them and radically reverse your biological age, your health problems, your mental health, because the body has this incredible healing system, as we said. So this guy was telling me how he would have these horrible panic attacks. He felt like he was dying. Heart was palpitating, he was sweating, he couldn't breathe, he felt anxious. And the Rose guy said, wow, what happens after that? He said, well, I drink a can of Coke and it goes away. And I'm like, oh, you have hypoglycemia, right? Your blood sugar was crashing, and when that does, so you get into a life-threatening emergency, your body doesn't know that you can go to the grocery store and get something, you think you got to go get food immediately. So it's really anxiety and panic attacks can be caused by many things, but one of them is huge fluctuations in blood sugar. And we see this all the time.
You may have heard that your gut is called the second brain, but what you may not know is that during the formation of you as a human being, the same embryonic clump that forms the brain also forms the gut. And they separate, but they stay connected via neurotransmitters.
Yeah.
So I think about it like almost like goop. Like you break goop in half and it's got those stringy sections and part of it becomes your brain and the second part becomes the gut.
Well, they call it your gut brain or your second brain.
Yes. And that they talk to each other all the time.
Completely, yeah. And what's really amazing is the microbiome is new frontier. In addition to the understanding of the gut brain and the gut nervous system and the brain nervous system and how they're connected, and that's a real thing. There's constant communication. There's more neurotransmitters in your gut than your brain. But what's now happening is the understanding of this sea of bacteria in there that are all speaking to you every minute. And I just had talked to a scientist who was researching a particular microbe in the gut. And it's a big word. It's called Akkermansia. Don't worry about it. It's just one of the bacteria that lives in there.
I already forgot it.
Okay. And what's amazing is as they were fermenting this, growing this bacteria to put in a probiotic, which is very powerful for many things, for regulating metabolism and mood and blood sugar and everything, they discovered that this vat of the byproducts of this bacteria was something called GABA. Now, GABA is a calming neurotransmitter.
Oh.
When people take Valium, that's what it's doing. It's activating the GABA receptors in the brain to calm you down and relax you. So when you think if you have the right bacteria in your gut, you're producing compounds and neurotransmitters that are going to your brain and making you either relaxed and calm or depressed. So we know that inflammation on the outside, what it looks like.
Yes.
But there's inflammation on the inside.
Oh.
And it's silent inflammation. You know, if your brain's inflamed, it doesn't get red and swollen, but you get depressed and you have ADD and you have personality issues and you can't sleep and you're anxious, right?
Oh.
So we're now understanding that the inflammation, this hidden inflammation, is occurring inside of us, and it's leading to all the diseases of Western civilization: heart disease, cancer, diabetes, dementia. The aging process itself is called inflammaging. The beautiful thing is that we now know what is driving the inflammation on the inside.
What's causing us to have inflammation on the inside?
Our gut is a big player.
Okay.
70% of our immune system's in our gut, and if we don't eat the right food, if our microbiome isn't the right bugs in there, they're nasty bugs, and we get leaky gut, and that means the body can't filter out the food and proteins from food and the bacteria in there, and you leak them across the intestinal lining, and guess what? Your immune system's right there, and it goes, holy shit, what is all this? And starts creating inflammation. So you get asthma, or you get arthritis, or you get depression, or you get diabetes, or you get dementia, because the gut bacteria and the whole system in there is broken down. We are often deficient in many nutrients, particularly omega-3s, vitamin D, B vitamins, iron, zinc, magnesium, common nutritional deficiencies that have broad impacts across the body, including our mood. Then we need the right balance of hormones. We need the right amount of light at the right time. So if you're having blue light at night, you're not going to sleep. If you don't have blue light in the morning, your brain can't reset for the day. Clean air, we need clean water, we need movement, like exercise. Then we need also sleep. And most of us are not getting enough sleep or good quality sleep. So 7-8 hours minimum for most people is essential. And then we need connection, community, love, meaning and purpose. These are all ingredients for health. If we cured heart disease and cancer from the face of the planet, we'd extend our life by 5 to 7 years.
If we cured loneliness?
If we cured loneliness and develop connection and meaning and purpose, we extend our life by 7 years or more. Mm-hmm. So wait a minute. Basically, having meaning and purpose and connection in your life is more powerful than curing cancer and heart disease in terms of longevity.